Two deuces. Hey, Miss Kane, evening, sir. Thank you, thank you. Hey, RPG chick. Yep, it's time for Hundo. Hopefully, I will actually remember to get all of the stuff. Good luck. Yes, happy Thanksgiving to everybody in Canada. That's a nice wasted crit on the last hit. Thanks, Butter. This run's gonna be the same as any percent up through Flamerous Rex, and then after that is my first detour for an extra item. That is a fair point. Like if I were to get a crit on the first hit and then the behemoth crit and killed me the next turn, that would certainly qualify as a extra special wasted crit. Added a new command to my bot to define what 100% is in this game too, if anybody's curious. Basically all permanently collectible items. Include spells, equipment, key items, and so forth. Strixus? Hey, Rydia? Yeah, going pretty well. Made some practice saves over the past week, and I think we're ready to do an actual run tonight. A good time would be like sub 250, I'd say. This first run, I'm hoping will be like sub 315. Like the fastest time I know of for this category is at 241. Thought it was a 240, but it turned out that run did use the shop glitch to get infinite seeds, even though it didn't use it to glitch key items. Hey, NPC, thank you, thank you. Too many misses on both the behemoth and the fights here to get a sub 4. Yeah, this run goes as far as how much I enjoy it compared to any percent, but for like a goal time right now, I'm thinking under 3 hours. Thanks, Delicious. That's FFMQ 100 for finding what 100% is in this game. Hey, Gregory. Thank you. As far as 100% runs of RPGs go, this is a pretty accessible one. It's only really about 15 to 20 minutes more than an 90% run. You don't really have to go that far out of your way to get pretty much any of the extra stuff. Mostly just... Oh, the biggest detours, I'd say, are a couple extra battlefields to do 10 fights. Hey, Defat. I think I'll leave FF7 no slots to the professionals. Even before a lot of the newer glitches got discovered, I lost a lot of my interest in that run because of routing changes that made the endgame a lot less interesting to me a couple years ago. I mean, with just how broken FF7 has gotten between the Cosmo Canyon skip and the new Calm skip, it's really starting to remind me a lot more of like Ocarina of Time than of other Final Fantasy games, as far as like the main focus and challenge of the run being on stuff like movement and glitches and skips rather than on the boss fights, menuing and stuff like that. Yeah, having to do all battlefields would not be terribly pleasant. It wouldn't really be difficult, it would just be boring. Really add much to the game. Another miss. Well, that was a carbon copy of that last fight that went a second turn because Tristan couldn't hit. Yeah, I'd imagine like a all battlefields run would be, for the most part, like a grand world tour near the end of the game when you're super strong. Just instead of using my rights or upgrades. Yeah, same steel golem. The music and the sprite work, I think, are the best qualities of this game. Along with just kind of how short and sweet it is. Dragoon Zero. Kill Tristan that turn. Well, I might die actually if Tristan doesn't go first. not bad. Hey, nothing to be ashamed of, Clarity. I do that with a lot of other games, as far as kind of living vicariously through watching speedruns of it, rather than actually play it myself. Like, Dragon Warrior / Quest 4 is a really prime example of that, because that's my favorite 8-bit RPG by a fair bit, but the speedrun of it's a little too both long and random for me. Love watching other people run it. Pretty sure one important thing that's included in this Hundo run too is all shrugs. I don't think we skip any shrugs. Yeah, all major shrugs. Yep, yeah, when he expresses his confusion at the situation. Alright, so now this is where the route starts to change a bit. Now that I have explosives, we're gonna go do this battlefield to get the charm, the first accessory. For fights that have lizards, if it's not a preemptive, I'll use a Quake spell to one-turn it. But ideally like to save a Quake for Winter Cave, though. No, it doesn't, Megami. It's all permanently collectible items, spells. I have to do a couple battlefields to get items and spells, but I don't have to do all of them as part of the category. Hey, Shantak, evening, sir. Most of these other battlefields that I'm skipping, well, actually pretty much all of them, the reward you get is either extra money or extra experience, neither of which I Probably the thing about 100%, I think that makes the run easier is just having more levels and better stats. Like having more HP makes a bit of a difference on a couple fights. Having more agility makes a bit of a difference as far as getting Benjamin more opportunities to outspeed enemies. There's the dual head Hydra fight is somewhat different because of having fire resistance. This one. I miss when Josh the Funk Doc used to run this long ago and referred to that as mom jumping. Jump over Phoebe's mom. Hey, Big Planet. Likewise. It's 2 scorpions, what we really want to see here, because these are the fastest kill. Probably look for some opportunities to duplicate seeds here if I get low fights. Extra seeds. This would be a little faster if I did it later, but doing it at this point gives me both extra levels and also the magic ring, which Benjamin's magic stat and makes a bit of a difference in some fights. Make sure not to forget to get the helmet here when I come back later too. I come back here next with the wake water. Out of fires, but lightning for this fight. having to think of it just because some of the routing for using seeds is a little different than any percent, along with a couple of the battle strategies too at this point. Oops. This fight here benefits a little bit from in being higher level and having more agility. Really want to outspeed those centaurs with a confusion attack. Pretty free for Phoebe to go first, but Benjamin's another story. Target time for my first run would be maybe sub 3:15. I'd eventually like to get under 3 hours, but sure there's going to be some mistakes and slowness from just not being that familiar with the route yet. We'll be going to Fireburg in like 20-ish minutes. Yeah, agreed. Flip juiced. It's boss theme a lot. Something in general I didn't really kind of start to appreciate until within the past few years too, is just how important just really kind of exciting music is for just making a fight like this where the boss is just a static sprite that doesn't like have animations or anything associated with it attacking, make it actually feel intense. Hey, Silverberry. Yeah, I started a little later than usual tonight. I like to try to start by like between 7 and 7:30 Central Time, but it was a bit later tonight for a variety of reasons. Who's my favorite ally? Probably a toss-up between Kaylee and Phoebe. After this, I'm gonna need to go get the steel helm. Be nice if I could come and get it later after getting the Gemini crest, but I can't do that because this game will not allow you to get items out of order. That would be a big part of why too, just because the lady in front of the house can be a troll, coming and going. Hey, Wells, evening, Siri. The Aquarius section of the run I find to be one of the more interesting parts too, because of how important the AI manipulation with Phoebe is. A lot of variation in what the optimal strategy for specific encounters is, as far as whether you use the AI or have to do a manual target with your spell. Save bombs a little bit. For pyramid. Someday I'll actually remember the slightly more efficient way to push those Saves a few steps to do it a little slightly different way than what I do. Hey, Godwin. Is that a first strike? Okay, I don't think I've ever seen a first strike on a boss in this game before. Save one Thundercast for the pyramid. There's some extra fights there. Hey, Ralphian, thank you, thank you. Nice, pretty solid scrub. Worst thing that crab can do is confuse you. And it didn't even attempt it, along with getting that weird first strike, too. Again, I've never seen a first strike on a boss before in this game. Alright, so our first order of business is actually to go get the magic mirror that we need to actually see the encounters here. It's not required to beat the ice pyramid, which is why it's skipped in any percent, but for 100% I need all key items, and therefore need the mirror. Fight I need to save that Thundercast for. Now we can actually see what we're doing here. A little weird when I'm used to the encounters all being invisible. Seed feed. Oh well, it gave me a better fight anyway. Yep, the field sprite for the mages has always looked like either pizza or board game pieces to me. Feeling so easy compared to any percent too, as far as just how few attacks the enemies are getting off. I'm like 2 levels higher than 90% at this point, and that's definitely making a difference for an orderer. Yeah, I mean that's a big part of why this route does the Magic Ring battlefield early, because you'd be able to win the fights there quite a bit faster if it was like if you did it like much later in the game, like when you're coming back to get Kaylee after Fireburg. But it sounds like doing both that and the Charm battlefield, getting all the extra experience from that definitely makes a difference in this part. Yeah, and whatever difference the like 2 or 3 fights I had to do to get the mirror make too for experience. Which enemy is the Gorgon again? It's not these eyeballs, is it? I thought that basically every enemy in the game, other than Dark King, had at least one palette swap. Trying to remember which enemy the Gorgon is. No, it's not the Minotaurs. Oh, is that the one that's the palette swap of the Behemoth? Yeah, I think it is actually. Yeah, I don't think that sprite comes back after that, but I mean the Behemoth, which is at the very start of the game, is a palette swap. Hey, Rotorstorm, evening, sir. I want to see this and these things. Oh, nice. And Metroid Dread brings it now up to 2 Switch exclusive games that I'd be interested in playing, along with Link's Awakening remake. That's still not enough for me to actually buy one. Maybe someday. Yeah, I'm very glad that Nintendo hasn't stopped making good 2D platformer games. Ow. Oh, how long is Metroid Dread as a speedrun? Like, I haven't seen one yet, but I've heard that getting stuff out of order isn't really possible, so there isn't likely going to be a lot of major skips and stuff. Under 2 hours, wow. Pretty impressive for a brand new game that's made to be pretty resistant to glitching and stuff. Yes, item duplication one at a time via running away is allowed, but item duplication via the shop glitch, which you can use to get infinite seeds, is not allowed in this category. This room certainly looks different when you can actually see the monsters. Like, well, I think I just dropped into a pretty rough neighborhood. Completely surrounded by desert hags and lamias. Hey, Zephyr. Yeah, crits can, crits along with exploiting weaknesses sometimes waste frames. The extra text for both. Fortunately, battle text mashing in this game is pretty trivial because of the sheer number of buttons you can use for it. Like, I actually just roll my D-pad in order to mash battle text pretty efficiently. Yeah, it was one thing that I saw somebody tweet that was able to get some item through creative means, and then the game wouldn't let them use it until Rory prompted it. I mean, you need to get all of the 3 tiers of bombs in 100%, yeah, because they're considered weapons. If you're not using the shop glitch, they're all unavoidable, though, as part of the story. Hey, Chuck Cuomo, thank you. Yes, I need 10 bombs for exit battlefield, so I'm gonna need to get some on my way out. Thanks, Dynamite. Oh, nice. Yeah, because of the extra battlefields, counters the bomb supplies even tighter and 100% than 90%. Having close to 0 after Ice Golem is not bad though, because I need to use up all my bombs for the Jin skip eventually, so close to 0 after exit battlefield is nice. Our last time actually having to walk out of pretty much anywhere. The almighty exit spell fairly soon. Yes, I have played the 7th Saga. I never actually beat it as a kid, but I rented it several times, and then finally beat it adult. So we need to go get the Venus key for 100%, but because of how long of a walk it is to get to and from Spencer's place, I'm gonna save that until after getting exit. Seventh Saga has kind of a bad reputation because of being extremely hard, but I like it. I think it's got a lot of kind of cool and unique things. Like the way encounters work with the crystal ball, all of the choices you have for your main character and ally, and how the party composition works out, stuff like that. Ulvin and Wilmy are pretty good choices, yeah. Main character I would not recommend is Camille, or Camel, depending on who you ask. It's because of the difficulty of 7th Saga, you pretty much need to play a character that's good at something in order to do well, and Camille is kind of meant to be average. That doesn't really cut it. Like, nice things about Lux and Wilmy are not needing to spend a lot of money on equipment. I don't think Wilmy ever can buy equipment, and I don't think Lux can until endgame. A pretty solid like entry level party I'd say would be like Wilmy and Velsu. Velsu is the best healer in the game. Oh yeah. I mean, yeah, the game's beatable with all party combinations, but some of them run into a lot of difficulty in parts. Certainly an uphill climb with Camille because again he's just not really like great at anything, either attacks or magic, and you need to buy equipment to keep him relevant. The Venus key, we can get the Venus shield here, which is gives us some nice paralysis immunity. Makes somewhat of a difference on the Ghidra fight. Get the fire speed. Yeah, Ulven can get into a special tower at some point. I never actually played the game as Ulven, so I don't remember what's in that tower, but I heard there's some good equipment and stuff. Apparently doing this saves 1 second over just walking back. Just to be on the safe side, I'm gonna do this. I don't know if the Zero Mega Grenade glitch is still gonna work in the mine. I need to blow up a wall to get a item in the mine, and I'm not sure if a weird glitch where you can still blow open walls despite having 0 bombs will still work in that case because of the elevator glitch. Fireburg, home of the best town theme in the game. Kind of funny how basically all of the extra money that I got from the extra battlefields and stuff went towards getting the steel helm. I couldn't actually afford any more seeds there. That's FFMQ 100 for Senas in this. If this were a 100% run with shop glitch, I wouldn't be doing Fireburg at this point. I'd do the shop glitch to move on to the wind area, and then come back and do Fireburg at the end of the game. The Phoebe. Using all my bombs to set up the The gin skip. Kind of funny how we get to see all three versions of this monster in 100%, but we only see one in any percent. See the version that's in the level forest. The other two are in the battlefields near Aquaria, and then this part of the mine. Now that we've gotten the second tier claw, we go back in, and now we're gonna use the 0 mega grenade glitch to skip half the dungeon. I think it's about half the dungeon. Because it's a glitch where if I have 0 mega grenades and then try to use one, the game repeats the last field animation that the main character had happen, and in this case it's going down an elevator. Presto, just skip the boss. It's the only boss that's not fought in either this category or any percent no shot glitch. We're off to the volcano, home of some of the most hype music in the game, if you ask me. Part of why I'd love to see this the unlikely event of this game getting a pixel remaster is hearing some really rockin' rock remixes of the soundtrack. It's FFMQ 100 for the 100% definition. There was an unofficial HD remaster, but I think that turned out to be a scam or something, fortunately. I love the kind of irregular beat that this beam has to kind of near the looping point where it goes the da 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 part. Make a detour here to get the gas mask. Walk around if you know where the encounter is. I think the gimmick with the enemies being invisible is implemented a lot better here than in the Ice Pyramid, because the way the maps are designed here makes it so that if you can see the enemies or know where they are, there's a couple that you can just walk around, and that's not really the case in the Ice Pyramid. If you mean the meteor spell, yep. Getting that after Kildra. I'll say though, it does look a little off that the monsters are not kind of behind the background layer that the fog is on, though. Yeah, the first two encounters in this room, you can just walk around if you can see them. I think it's kind of a nice payoff for getting the gas mask, casually at least. Also annoying. At least I went into this fight with 2 wizard charges. Gotten burned pretty hard by that in previous runs as far as having fights get extended by like Ruben missing or Ghost duplicating when I don't have extra wizard charges. Which battlefield's most annoying in the game? Could be bad. Does that again, which she did. Nice. Well, at least it was a You didn't play around with me too long before doing me in. Yep, Medusa doing what she does best. Spam those 3 different bad status effects she has, and win my day. Hey, Metric. Oh, you get to see Medusa troll me at least. That's what everybody's here for, right? She goes spammy with the stone gazing. I should have this though. She doesn't really have that much health relative to how much damage I can output with the right spell. Alright, 1 death and a fairly quick one. Shoutouts to Hot Wings, by the way, too. Yeah, same metric. I unashamedly admit that that's a non-zero part of why I like running this game without the shop glitch, is the music volcano. I'd be getting the life spell in any percent anyway, which is what I'm about to pick up, so the kind of notable difference for the Lava Dome is that I get the Moon Helmet, which gives Benjamin fire protection and makes a pretty big difference against the boss. I do wish the game lets you get helmets out of order, though, because if that were possible, then it would work out nicely for backtracking to get the steel helmet after I get the Gemini crest, but sadly I cannot buy an inferior helmet to what I already have. Yeah, because, Ruben is supposed to have fire resistance, but doesn't because of the partner resistances glitch, so this is one area where it works against you. I mean, it does result in Ruben being faster than he's supposed to be, which is a very good thing on certain fights, but especially for dual head Hydra, not having fire protection to... Other place where that can hurt you too is the Ghidra fight too, just because Kaylee's meant to have stone protection. He doesn't. Please don't miss, thank you. Probably better that I used white there, given that being blinded means that he could have missed with exit. So many crits. That's like 3 crits in a row by enemies. Oh, thank you. Hey, Cuddy. Yeah, 100% in this game is very accessible too. It only adds about 15 to 20 minutes to the game. Which is not a lot compared to most other RPGs that have 100%. That break, exit. Third and final trip into the volcano. My resistance from the moon helmet already kicking in a bit there. Lava Dome is pretty much the only part of the game where having fire resistance really matters either way, though. Virtually nothing left afterwards that actually uses fire. Like, I think the only area after this where really any regular encounters use a fire attack is Pazuzu's Tower. Ah, true, yeah. When it Wyvern's floor. Pretty much all the monsters there that can actually use fire are just repeats from, like, this area, though. The new monsters are, just, like, Cerberuses, which I don't think use fire. In the any percent category, not having fire protection doesn't really matter in that floor. The nice thing about this run, too, is that I don't have to really worry about what weapon Benjamin has equipped. For any fight that has these blue gargoyle enemies in it in any percent, I need to have the claw equipped. That the white spell will actually do enough damage to kill it. All claws give a magic stat boost. Some fights in any percent where that actually matters, even though it's only 5 points. Hey, blue mage. Hey, Baku-san, welcome. get burned by the memory cursor there and use the seed on Ruben instead. I should reach level 18 before Hydra. For sure though. Gargoyle apparently got the memo that it's October, using the spooky laugh. With the Moon Helm, Benjamin can no longer be one-shot, but I guess also technically because of having more HP, Benjamin can't get one-shot by Lead Hydra. But I don't need to play quite as conservatively. That doesn't help, though. But I admittedly need a bit more practice for this category. Fast death. See a single flame breath in this fight, I don't think. Alright, not bad. And the death, but yeah, admittedly I need a little more practice, because the only boss fight that's kind of meaningfully different in this category. If anyone hasn't seen my any percent run in that, I have to have Ruben defend Benjamin every turn for the first half of the fight. Risk of just getting one shot, even from max health, by Lead Hydra's Flame Breath. If it actually hits him. Abe Binskits. Estimate's a bit over 3 hours. If it's under 3 hours, I'll be very impressed. we go get the Gemini crest. Could have done this earlier, but doing it after Lava Dome translates into more opportunities for preemptives. Thanks, Ectopic Boots. Yeah, always happy to hear about more Kingdom Hearts being played. Sounds a little weird though that the format of Kingdom Hearts on the Switch sounds like it's going to be like Google Stadia, where you don't actually like own a copy of the game, you're just streaming it from the internet. I wonder if if there's going to be any kind of discount or whatever, or if it's going to cost the exact same as like getting Kingdom Hearts on PC. All right, so we need to make sure to have enough money left for someday I'll be able to math that better. Enough money left for the helmet. Axe, I should say. Wish I could just buy the axe first, but it's more efficient for steps to get the seeds and then the axe, even though that means math. Honestly, though, I should probably just get 31 seeds and call it a day, because I don't think there's really any realistic scenario where I'm going to use over 31 seeds in the rest of the game. Question more at that point would be if there's a scenario where I won't actually have enough money to buy 31 seeds plus the battle axe. Yep. One of the big reasons why I prefer physical games, especially for like big budget games, is that the digital versions cost the same. I'm not actually going to save any money getting the game digitally. I'd rather have a physical disc and some nice cover artwork and stuff. Yeah, I guess that is fair. I've yet to speedrun a game where that actually matters, though. I still don't think another hit's gonna kill it unless it's a crit. Thank you for the luck. It's been years since I've actually seen a physical Switch game. Now that I think about it, aren't they kind of like DS games, only a little thicker? Need to pick up the arrow spell. Do that after getting Kaylee. Thanks, the bullet. Thanks, the luck, Demon Smiles. As far as I know, I have not forgotten to get anything so far, so the hundo is off to a good first half. At least as far as being a hundo. Don't know about the time. Hey, Mr. Cab, thank you very much for the raid, good sir. Stream was a good one. Hey, Mr. Cab, thanks for the luck, thanks for the raid as well. What were you up to tonight? Evening MTI? Yes. Not bye, Tristram, it's more like good riddance, Tristram. Hey, Chucker. Oh, nice. Yeah, I'm definitely planning to play Tales of Arise at some point. I got Platinum in Tales of Berseria over the summer, which was a pretty considerable time investment, so I'm not planning to jump into another long Tales game right away, but I've heard good things about it. Thanks for the luck. Alright, so the hero spell is down these stairs, but there's one last order of business I need to do before going there. Which is to leave and re-enter so that when I exit out, I end up on this side of the tower instead of the other side. Sneak peek of what's to come with the Doom Castle music. Hey, great for your evening, Siri. We now have all white and black spells. Arrow is kind of nice to have for some fights, and the upcoming giant tree too, just because there's a lot of enemies here that are weak to wind, and it helps as far as just spell charge management. Benjamin gets a lot more black charges than wizard charges. I'm a big fan of the sound effect for the arrow spell too. Reminds me of like a dustbuster. You two are here to get the giant axe. Hey, get cooped. I guess it would have been more efficient to go down when there were less trees below me. Yeah, having the just the fact that there's extra items and spells and stuff you get if you explore the dungeons more thoroughly is nice. Probably the one thing I'd say this game is kind of missing compared to its peers is side quests, 'cause there's really no side quests to speak of in this game. Maybe the closest thing you could consider a side quest is getting the Venus shield, just because you have to go back to Spencer to get the Venus key to get then get the shield. Yeah, has a very fun sound effect to boot too. The game does have pretty solid sound design, if you ask me. I think that's something in general that's kind of underrated in video games, is how good the sound effects are. Getting pretty lucky on this floor. Either be 2 or 3 worms in each of these fights, and the 2 is somewhat quite a bit faster. Yeah, I think I've said a couple times, if this game was tried to be about the length of like Chrono Trigger or FF6, I think it would drag really hard near the end and wear out its welcome. But for a game that's only about like 8 to 12 hours or so casually, I think it does what it's trying to do very well. Hey, Steel G. Yeah, for sure. Pretty much the only track in the OST that I'm not the biggest fan of is actually this one. I don't think it really kind of fits a dungeon area that well. It works fine for the level forest at the beginning of the game, but for this area, I'm not too big a fan of it. Oh, nice MTA. Are there any fun bits of like 90s wackiness in the guide? I still think my favorite instance of that is the character artwork for the Nintendo Power feature on Final Fantasy IV. It's pretty special. And by special, I mean it like barely resembles the characters from the game in any meaningful way. Some of these fights I should be using Pro instead of white, but I don't really remember offhand which ones. Okay, I guess it's 3 worms actually, looking at my notes. Yeah, agreed, Tipo. Not to mention that you can get the giant's axe fairly shortly afterwards. Like, I mean, I guess you could get the battle axe right when you first go to Fireburg, but I mean, not that effective. I mean, the only enemy in the lava dome that's actually weak against axes are the turtles. And Ruben's Morningstar counts as an axe for that purpose. Hey, Philip Jeffries, thank you, thank you. Now that I think about it, I think it may have been in MTI's vehicle that I was reacquainted with the Nintendo Power Final Fantasy IV artwork, because I think we were going out to eat with a group of people at one of the early GDQs, and Reign of Soten was there with said Nintendo Power artwork and was showing it off to people. I love that. I love that animated emote. Yeah, that was where he was the finale with FF4. I know that Chrono Trigger was originally supposed to be the finale run by Essentia, but because of that being the marathon where the schedule got far enough behind that we were talking behind in days instead of hours, I think she had to leave to get her flight and swapped with Rain. Definitely have fond memories of the National 4-H Center, which felt like going to summer camp. It was in the winter. Main thing I do not miss at all about the early AGDQs at the 4-H Center, though, was hunger, because getting food was easier said than done a lot of times, because there was basically nothing. There was nothing to eat on site or within meaningful walking distance. Hard to believe that was over a full decade ago now, too. It feel like that long ago. there's supposed to be another arrow wall, but it's whatever. At this point, I'm gonna be using seeds before Ghidra anyway. What was the first game I speedran in a marathon? Kingdom Hearts 2. Finale for the first SGDQ. I do the start of this fight a little differently from any percent, because for whatever reason, if you attack Ghidra before he attacks you in the first turn, you will always use paralysis gas on Benjamin, which in any percent would be bad, because Benjamin can get paralyzed, but with the Venus shield in 100%, it ends up being a free turn. For whatever reason, the specific game that kind of makes me feel the most old is Mega Man 9. It's 13 years old at this point, but I just remember all the hype for it coming out and getting to play it very, very vividly. Yeah, I went into that race hoping to lose to Spike by under 10 minutes and ended up winning by 10 seconds. It was incredible. I mean, what I didn't know going in was that a big part of why Spike's time was much faster than mine was because of loading time differences, since I was not aware that running Kingdom Hearts 2 on a slim PS2 saved a bunch of time loading. Yay, disk-based games. So, part of 100% is getting the Meteor spell. A lot more efficient to do after Ghidra, because when you kill Ghidra, all of the regular monsters disappear out of the tree. Even though I have to do a little more walking, I skip a lot of fights I'd otherwise have to do. Oh, nice. Was that X8? Yeah, go for it, MS Kane. I think that actually should be in my Twitch bio, actually. 'Cause I have all of my marathon runs, on-site marathons in there. Yeah, that's one criticism I've heard of Metroid Dread, that it doesn't have an easy difficulty. I think is unfortunate. I think games should have accessibility options as much as possible. I think it's nice that a lot of newer RPGs have easier difficulties that are kind of more geared towards people that play games for the story and cutscenes. Oh yeah, yeah, I bet. Trying to figure out a way to do Wrong-O trigger without speaking to Specchio. Even if we're using glitches, I'd have to think about that a bit, but as far as I know, you can't progress the story past that point without talking to Specchio. Oh, it's news to you too, PJ? Okay. Yeah, I'm looking forward to Rongo Trigger whenever that happens. Yeah, that's one thing I've never fully understood too, is just kind of why certain events and cutscenes resist being broken by the save anywhere glitch. Meteor is Earth element in this game. Quake and Meteor are your Earth elemental spells. 'Cause I can understand. I mean, I can understand like situations where you need to hit certain story triggers in order to be able to continue the game. But I guess I don't understand why there's like cutscenes and boss fights and stuff that even with that glitch still happen as intended. The non-elemental spell in this game is white, because there isn't actually a holy element in Mystic Quest, so the white spell is non-elemental. Flare is fire. I mean, in other Final Fantasies it's non-element, but in this game it's fire. I think you're right, actually. I think it is fire element in 7, too. This guy again. Yeah, contain. I wonder if that's just kind of a weird translation, which FF7 has its share of. I can kind of buy holy, you know, given that the meteors come from the sky. So this fight's actually somewhat easier and faster because of having the meteor spell. And any percent no shop glitch, it's not worth the detour to get meteor just for this fight. But since I have to get it for 100%, it's nice to have here. Yeah, that's a fair point too. I mean, the fact that you learn the meteor spell from the Sacred Mount Ordeals kind of gives it some holiness too. Hedoomerang! Again, other than an awesomely remastered soundtrack, the top reason I'd like to see it at Mystic Quest Pixel Remaster is a fully animated Hedoomerang. You actually see Dullhan throwing his head at you as a boomerang. Apparently it doesn't. Before piecing out here, make a little detour to get the Apollo helm. Gritty modern graphics take on this game, that sounds awful. I mean, just of all of the possible ways that this game could get remade or remastered, the only way I could think of that would not kind of destroy this game's charm to me would be a pixel remaster, where it's all of the original sprite work and artwork, just upscaled to HD. Let's make sure I get. That sounds right, because even Final Fantasy I had a holy spell, which was called Fade in the NES version. 2 definitely had holy. 3, I haven't played 3 in 2D, but I would expect it would have holy. 4 has holy or white in the SNES version. 5 has holy that you get from the Fork Tower. 6 has holy, also known as Pearl. 7 you don't because it's part of the story. 8 does. 9 I believe Aiko gets the holy spell. And yeah, and like 10 and beyond. Yeah, so yeah, I think you're right that 7 is the only, at least mainline Final Fantasy that doesn't have a usable holy. And then there's 9, where Ultima is a story spell. It's only used by Kuja. Thanks for the luck, West Coast. Alright, give yourself a good night, MTI. Thanks for stopping by. Good night to MTC as well. Yeah, I think any game where Alexander... Well, I shouldn't say any game, because 13 is an Alexander summon, but I think any turn-based Final Fantasy that has Alexander, its holy element. Yeah, these beholders need to consult with Ben Stein. So Pazuzu's tower is a bit different than in any percent because you need to get the Excalibur, and because of that, the RNG with what floor Pazuzu is on is less of a factor. Like floor 6 is still the fastest, but it's not as big of a difference. Like floor 1 is almost as good as floor 6. The only floor that just flat out owns you is floor 2. Well, I wouldn't mind not getting floor 2. We'll see what happens. It's in the game's hands right now, actually, because it's when you talk to Pazuzu on floor 3 that his position is locked in. I'm really low on explosives, too. Definitely consider getting some on one of my trips through the Focus Tower. If anyone doesn't know, by the way, the reason life can kill enemies in this game is because of a bug with how life is meant to kill undead. Works on certain enemies that are not undead instead. Thanks, Garluchik. It's a big part of why the American version of the game is an easier speedrun than the Japanese version, because text speed is pretty inconsequential in this game with how fast the text draws out. The only thing that's really faster in Japanese is the Flamerous Rex fight, because you can actually kill him with the life spell. Surprisingly, there's no known money glitch in this game. Pretty unusual for an SRPG to not have some way to glitch your money, but you can glitch your experience in certain ways. It's not actually useful in the speedrun, but I think if you level up on the last fight of a battlefield, you level up twice, but all you're doing is kind of postponing your next level up then. Hey, Faizu, evening, sir. Hope the parrot survived tonight's adventures. Yeah, agreed, Mr. Cab. Like this, one of the glitches in this game actually, somebody tried to replicate in a fan game and failed, which is the shop glitch actually, where you can buy items with a quantity of 0, and they go into your inventory with a quantity of 0. And then using the item results in an underflow. Ah, so you went easy on the parrot tonight. That falling over backwards animation, I think slew more than just the parrot the other day. If you have any clips of that, by the way, feel free to link one, because I'm sure many people could use a good laugh. Hey, Manix, evening, sir. Well, something that some people are surprised to learn about me is that I'm actually a huge Mega Man fan, so right ahead. Even though I pretty much exclusively stream RPGs, I'm also a big fan of like Mega Man, Castlevania, old school Mario and Metroid, just good 2D platformers. Hey, Azale, doing pretty good. I mean, my internet name is kind of from Castlevania and all. No deeper lore than that. When I was looking for an online name in the 90s, figured I'd pick something from Castlevania since I'm a big fan, and I wanted to pick an online name that would not likely be taken other places too. This was back in the day when, like, I swear, like, half of online usernames were some variation on Sephiroth. Yeah, Final Fantasy Legend 3 I like to call kind of a spiritual sequel to this game, because it was made by more or less the same team. The soundtrack is by the same composer, the look of the battle UI is pretty similar, but because there's a lot more depth to the battle system and how you can do character builds, and the fact that you can have 4 or 5 characters instead of 1 or 2 adds a lot of depth too. So I definitely encourage people that like this game to check out Legend 3 as well. It was one of my favorite Game Boy games as a kid. Yeah. What an alternative timeline that would have been. Yep. That Poexel is just, it licks you up backwards, which was the name in the English instruction manual for Super Castlevania 4. This Poexel is a giant skull with a that attacks you with its tongue, hence licks you up. And the Poexel is the mid-boss of Stage 4 in Super Castlevania 4, and then the final boss of that stage is Coronat, which is Ton of Rock backwards. Konami had a lot of fun with their manuals back in the day too. Like for Castlevania 3, which is actually my favorite Castlevania, the stage names in the manual were awesome too. Like we had my favorite actually was the Murky Marsh of Morbid Morons. That is so fun to see. And then you had the obligatory pun with the Clock Tower of Untimely Death. Yeah, I've seen Poexel with a Y in it too. Wouldn't surprise me if that was how it actually was in the manual. Alright, so this is where the route changes up a little bit, because even if Pazuzu is on floor 6 here, I still need to go get the Excalibur downstairs, so once I get the Flare spell, I'm just going to keep moving. I'm not actually going to go see if Pazuzu is here, although I'm going to see anyway when I walk past. Alright, so with that, I believe we now have every spell in the game. Oh, wait, no, we don't have Thunder yet, actually. Never mind. Thunder is in the Fireburg area, but since I don't actually need it, I'm gonna go get it when I go back for the Thunder Rock. Hey! Hello there. Still need to go downstairs to get the Excalibur, but then after I do, I'm just gonna come back up and fight Pazuzu. Yep. Beginner's luck. Sure. Hey, blind umpiring. I know my second any percent run was floor 6, and it was quite a while after that before I saw another floor 6. Certainly appreciated how the casual playthrough I did to make a practice save beforehand was floor 2. I always feel like that's a missed opportunity for El Magus with his subscribers to call them the Floor 2 crew. Like just that huge swarm of monsters around the Excalibur too. Reminds me of the when you have the magic mirror and you can actually see the big group of them around the Knight Sword chest and the Ice Pyramid. It does make me wonder if this is sub 3 hour pace. Getting floor 6, so we'll find out soon enough. Yeah, it's casually if you're playing this game blind. Yeah, it's where it makes you wonder if all of a sudden there's actually random encounters in the game. Now, we just go back upstairs and fight Pazuzu and get out of here. I don't know, actually. I would guess probably not, given that I'm still underleveled somewhat. And hey, now you see the wall, now you don't. Reason you can still blow open walls despite not actually having explosives. I need to test if that actually still works in the mine, though. The Zero Mega Grenade glitch. Oh, nice. Die Lake. Yeah, I'd played quite a few other RPGs before this. Basically all of which had random encounters of some kind. If you mean Meteor, that's in the giant tree where you fight Ghidra. Yeah, I do not blame anybody for wanting to minimize their amount of time spent in that dungeon. I think it goes on about 2 floors longer than it really should. Waiting for the crit there to kill me. It's dead. To the host, Dr. G. Nice. Not nice. That wasn't that great of a fight, but no death at least. I'm sure Pazuzu being based on Babylonian mythologies in a number of games. Like I started working on the Castlevania Advance collection earlier today and noticed that there's an achievement for beating Pazuzu in Harmony of Dissonance. So the fetch quest for the Thunder Rock is a little more interesting because I'm going to use this opportunity to do the battlefield for the Thunder spell. Ah, I see. So in order to get that achievement, I have to do 2 games, 1 controller, or something similar. I've got a fair bit of time to save on that. Well, on Pazuzu's tower at least for managing my explosive supply a bit better. Sure, some of those fights were a bit slower because I didn't have bombs. It's kind of fitting that we're doing this battlefield with Ruben in the party, though, given that we had Ruben the last time we were here. Yeah, this is to get the Thunder spell, which I'm not actually going to use, but the last kind of major out-of-the-way thing I need to do for 100%. Yeah, Castlevania Advance Collection I purchased the night it dropped, although I didn't actually start it until today. I haven't actually played Circle of the Moon in a very long time. I haven't played Harmony of Dissonance at all, and I played Aria of Sorrow maybe like 7 or 8 years ago. Well, Harmony is the second BBA Castlevania. I want to say Just or Just Belmont is the protagonist. I kind of more know it for the fact that you can beat it in under 1 minute as the alternate character Maxim, not to be confused with Maxim from Lufia. Yeah, zips and wrong warps and stuff. That the blue outline I think is Harmony of Dissonance. I've heard it's generally considered the weakest of the GBA Castlevanias, but I've never played it before, and I'm gonna give it a fair shake. I will say that I wasn't terribly impressed by the soundtrack for Harmony of Dissonance when I heard pieces of it like on ROM Scout streams. I mean, even though the soundtrack for Circle of the Moon is like 90% remixes of music from other Castlevania games like Bloodlines and Castlevania 3, they're good remixes at least, so that doesn't bother me too much beyond the fact that the Bloodlines Stage 2 theme is way overused. Yeah, Fireberg, probably call one of the best like retro RPG town themes of all time. Yeah, agreed, Zach. I'll see. I like a YouTube comment I saw a while ago on just a YouTube video of the Mystic Quest boss theme, where the comment was, the one person who disliked this video must not have been able to get past the behemoth at the beginning. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, until it got re-released as part of the Castlevania Anniversary Collection, I mean, Bloodlines felt like it was kind of being memory holed a bit by Konami, because like it had never been re-released digitally, and like I guess it's, well, I mean, where am I going? Its characters got used for Portrait of Ruin, but like the music and other stuff from Bloodlines didn't really come back too much until Side of Circle of the Moon. But yeah, I mean, the Sinking Sanctuary remix, it's a good remix, but I wish they would not have used it for so much of the game. Yeah, I played Bloodlines for the first time last year when that collection came out too. Definitely enjoyed it. Although I enjoyed, what's it called, or what's he called, Eric a fair bit more than Morris. Hey Tyler, evening sir. So the ship is pretty much the only major dungeon in the game that has no detours at all. We get the Gaia armor here, but Um, that's right in the final room. Yeah, the fact I never really got the hang of Morris's like grappling hook move, and the fact that he can't attack up as easily as Lacard can just made me enjoy the game a lot less as Morris. If and when I play it again, I'll try a bit harder to play or to use Morris's skills more effectively. Yeah, I know that's why the for speedruns, Morris is like a little bit faster than Lacard because of just how many mini bosses there are in Bloodlines. The fact that Morris can kill them a lot faster. Thoughts on Rondo of Blood? Awesome game. I'm glad it's possible to play legally in English now via multiple means. Okay, about even now. I know a while ago, at least, yeah, that Morris was somewhat faster, yeah, Morris was somewhat faster than Lacard just because of mini boss fights, but yeah, it surprised me if just better movement optimizations have been found with Lacard's skills to even it out. Alright, have a good night, Storm. Thanks for stopping by. Sooner. Yeah, I do love the fourth wall breaks when kind of imagine Tristram walking in with a boombox on his shoulder playing his theme music. Hey, 916 Kev, doing pretty good. If I motivate anybody to play a game that I'm speedrunning, I feel like I've done my job. Alright, have a good night, Strixus. Yes, if you mean the partner resistance glitch, yes. For starters, that's just flat out unavoidable without doing silly things like resetting the game every time your partner changes. But not using that would it wouldn't really make the speed run like any more interesting or fun, in my opinion. It would just mean more randomness all throughout, both from your partner being slower and having less status immunities. People not familiar with what we're talking about, this game only kind of assigns effects of equipment to your partner when you load a save file, and that persists between resets too. So when you start a new game, Kaylee, when she joins you at the start, has the resistances and stat modifiers of whichever ally character you last had, which in my case is Phoebe 2. So this is our last 100% detour, just to get the Aegis shield. After that, we'll have 100%. Oh, thanks, 916 Kev. Yeah, I'm very, very proud of that run. It's faster to walk back than to exit out because of not having to refight the ninjas. Yup. The fact that one of the easiest fights in the whole game to die to is the tutorial behemoth is pretty special. Well, if you haven't seen that run and are interested, I've got a link in my Twitch bio for my marathon runs. Yeah, the 2019 run was no manip. I've definitely come to enjoy running the game more without manipulation, especially if it's 100%. Yeah, it was Vooligen and Stinger PA were my couch crew for that run. Neither of them actually runs the game themselves, but we did a lot of prep work together, and like I gave them a commentary guide and stuff in advance. And, yeah, it turned out really well. Yeah, I mean, manipulation, I think, is a lot more fun both to do and to watch for any percent style runs of Chrono Trigger because then it just lets you just do really, really crazy things for as far as just how underleveled you can beat the game at. For 100% though, it's more just guaranteeing you favorable outcomes that you could realistically get unmanipulated. Yeah, I didn't call attention to the hype Doom Castle music. Yeah, definitely. Because I got floor 6 Pazuzu, I think I'm probably going to end at level 25. It actually lets me do one of the same Dark King strats is for any percent. Still an 8. Yeah, I definitely see the Coronat reference here. I didn't get burned too hard for that screw up. Feels like I should be on sub 3 pace, actually. I don't think it should take me over 16 minutes to beat the Dark King at this point. Pretty wild for a first run, although getting floor 6 Pazuzu certainly helps. Well, my hope for this run was a like a sub 3:10. Eventual goal being sub 3, but if this is sub 3, then I'll have to reevaluate it. Just because, like, the fastest time that I know of that does 100% without shop glitch is 2:41. I don't really intend to try to push this as hard as any percent, but definitely, I'm definitely finding it kind of fun to have a bit of an easier cruise through some parts of the game than in any percent. Like, I was pretty impressed with just how chill the, in more ways than one, the ice pyramid was, given the extra levels. Made a big difference for turn order in a lot of the fights. Oh yeah, I mean, trying to get record at this game is a fool's errand because you don't actually know if you have a run until Pazuzu, because if you're trying to push record at really any meaningful category of this game, you need floor 6 Pazuzu, which is 20% odds. And it's 20% odds like 80% of the way through the game. Here's a little more effective. Wait. And that attack's a little less effective thanks to the Moon Helm. Well, and I guess also technically the Apollo Helm. Yeah, like, I don't know what CV4 boss you could compare it to Zoo. Probably the closest match for Dark King would be Dracula. Yeah, Zap That would be a worthy facsimile. I also still have no idea what Zap is, too. If that was literally somebody at Konami just banging on a keyboard to come up with a name for a boss, or what, or if it actually means something. I think in the Japanese manual it was just called Golden Bat, because I know Hanagi Belmondo, a Japanese speedrunner that used to run CV4, would always refer to that as Golden Bat. A Zap Dingbats. Okay, so a really, really obscure kind of pun. Then I like it. Very, very on brand for 90s Konami of America. Fortunately, that does not work thanks to the Aegis Shield. Yeah, this floor is way, way less deadly in this category thanks to Benjamin having Petrify immunity. Level 25, which should be the level I finish at. Round upper, that sounds very odd. Oh, the sprite changes for enemies taking damage. Yeah, that's what the sprite work I think is kind of underrated in this game. Like everybody praises the soundtrack, and rightly so, but the monster sprite work I think is this game's other kind of primary strength besides the music. Yeah, oh yeah, those are my top two favorite sprites, Baldusa and then Surrendering Cerberus. I mean, I can kind of see why you would call an uppercut round upper, because you're punching from the ground to the sky. Yeah, this is my first 100% run. Whited this actually, because that's not going to kill the Kimiko. Not planning to run this as much as any percent, but I wanted to at least get a time and see how much I like it. A boomerang. That was rude. At least for no shop glitch, it's not that different as far as the bosses. Like I would say the boss that's the most different is in 100% is Dual Head Hydra, because Benjamin gets fire immunity, which changes the dynamics of the fight a fair bit. But 100% makes a pretty big difference for a lot of the normal encounters, thanks to having having more resources, better levels and stats. Just have to double white on any fight that has a Chimera in it. that my first death in this run? It might be. No, I've died. No, I know I died to Medusa and to Dual Head Hydra. I think this might be my first death in a normal encounter, though. Nice start. Probably die at least once here and still have a shot at sub 3, but if I get trolled too badly here, that's going to be sketchy. This is one of the most kind of inconsistent bosses in the whole run because of having both an instant death move and a bugged attack that does 1 damage, or 2 if it's a crit. Phoebe. I've always said Phoebe, although I've heard her called Phoebe, too. I don't think I've ever known anybody in real life named Phoebe, though. Can't say I've ever known anybody named Gailey or Tristram, though. I've known Tristan with an N, but not Tristram with an M. I've known some Rubens, though. Usually spelled differently, though. The lore I've always subscribed to is that, well, in the Japanese version at least, Sabin's name is Mash, which is a good attempt to translate Matthew. Alright. Maybe like a 257 or so, barring any Dark King shenanigans. Level 25 Dark King strat's the same as the level 24 for any percent. Yeah, I've always said Sabin, but Sabin is certainly legit too. Essentia always calls him Sabin because she knew a family whose surname was Sabin as a kid. Nice, 257. Sub 3 in the first run. Thanks to GG's, everybody. Yeah. My goal coming into this was like a sub 310, but I guess Pazuzu wanted me to sub 3 in my first run. Thanks, everybody. Yeah, it's about a 15-ish minute difference from 20% no shop glitch. It's a much more substantial difference for just any percent, because just any percent skips Fireberg, so it's what, about 45 minutes or so. This is live. Why is the timer not running? Because I finished. I killed the Dark King. We end timing on the last hit on Dark King, at least for the US version. Yeah, having some of the extra stuff you get certainly cuts down the RNG. Like I was impressed by just how much smoother the ice pyramid went too, with Benjamin having more agility and getting his jumbo bombs off before enemies attacked a lot. Maybe someday I'll be in a position where I can actually do multiple runs of this in one sitting, but that day is not today. Alright, let's see who else is streaming. I guess we can do a, not that I have splits to compare against yet, but start was nothing too spectacular. That didn't get a sub 4 Minotaur thanks to a lot of misses on the Behemoth. One miss on the Behemoth and then a couple in Level Forest. 1009 might be the fastest Flamerous Rex kill I've ever had, actually. I mean, the run's the same up through Rex with any percent, and I had a pretty solid Rex fight. I don't think I had any cure misses, and got at least one crit with Tristram. Still, my like menuing and stuff still feels a little rough for like the Squidite segment and the lead up to it too, just because there's extra battlefields I do there, and the routing for seeds is a little different. This pyramid went pretty smooth. Sub 230 would be sub 230 would be beating the 100% with shop glitch runs. That would be quite the achievement. I think Elmagus has like a 235 with shop glitch. Fastest time I know of without it is a 241. After that, let's see, I had one death on Medusa that was pretty fast. I think she just petrified both of my characters at her earliest opportunity, and that was that. I had a death on Dual Head Hydra that was mostly just due to lack of practice. I mean, that's the boss fight that's the most different in this category, and I need to practice it a few more times to really kind of feel like I know what I'm doing as far as healing thresholds and stuff. That's the big thing, big reason why I died. After that, I mean, obviously I got floor 6 Pazuzu, though in this category, floor 1 is almost as good as floor 6, and getting floor 4 or 5 isn't as big of a time loss relative to 6, but getting floor 2 is still pretty terrible. And for the end game, had a wacky death right before Zoo, and then one death on Zoo, but other than that, I think... Oh yeah, I made a mistake on Stone Golem with leaving Phoebe on auto at one point, but that didn't really penalize me too much. So yeah, this is... Yeah. Oh yeah, I mean, I'm pretty happy with getting sub 3 on my first run, given that I was kind of envisioning that being my final goal for this category. Not planning to push this as hard as any percent, but I'd like to do a couple more runs, maybe see if sub 255 can happen. I don't need floor 6 to get a sub 255 if the rest of the run goes well enough, that's for sure.